Hello. So welcome back. So I had this book, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and basically I wanted to okay, all in all, I got inspired by somebody else. I'll try to link it if I can figure out ever how to do that, which I don't know. So I got inspired by this one girl. She read books that inspired Taylor Swift for like a song or something. So I'm gonna do that. And this is one of the books that I forget which, I don't know if it was an album or if she was just inspired by it, but I also got a website that told me this too. So I'm gonna try to read this book and give y'all like the deets on the beginning, the middle, the end, and kind of like all the things and like kind of how it connects back to Taylor Swift. And so far I just got to the 6th page, which I think is literally the 2nd page in chapter 1. Oh no, I've read more than I thought. So let's get to reading. In the 150 range, maybe page 150, which is about halfway, and it's interesting. I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, so if you haven't read it and you want to read it, spoiler alert. So basically it's the main character, Evelyn, like she's a famous actor and everybody like wants to know her story, and so she goes to this one writer that's like on this team, whatever, that is like not well known. So like the writer that she's going to specifically is like new and she just doesn't get any things done. Or no, she gets things done. She just doesn't get any pieces she wish she would get. So she goes to this one girl and she wants her to write a bibliography. So kind of how the book is laid out is like, because where I stopped, oh, ignore the bookmark. It's the only one I had left. It's really weird. But it's like, this says Gullible McRiva, and it kind of goes along with like, each section is a different husband, I would say, or that's literally how it is. Because the one I just finished was called, Dawn Alder, but he basically like abused her and stuff. He wasn't the best husband. I would say it's not the best book I've ever read, but it's definitely very different. I will say that. I would not recommend this book personally, honestly, to anybody because it's not too interesting. It's just different than what I usually read, and like it's like a change of pace. So it's kind of interesting. It's like you're reading somebody's life story and you want to know what happens with all 7 husbands. So I can kind of do a summary on what the first one was about. Like her husband, her first husband, she kind of felt like she had to marry him or something like that because she was really young. And then she started to get famous and she divorced him. And then with this other guy, he was like the Dawn Alder, whatever. He was really famous and like it helped her image, publicity, you know. And then he like cheats on her all the time and abuses her too. So that's that. There was a twist in here that I did not know was in there, and it's interesting, let me say the least. And I'm one of those people that reads the last page for some reason and ruins the whole thing. I'm not sure how I feel about this book. I think it's interesting, and that's kind of all I gotta say. So I forgot how Taylor Swift was inspired by this book, but I'm gonna have to look it up to double check because I'm a little confused. I mean, no, I'm not confused. I want to know, maybe it's giving Reputation vibes? Possibly. And sorry if my hair's dirty. I just did a track meet yesterday and it's probably really oily and it's humid outside. So I will catch y'all up on the end of the book and with the next book and my rating. Oh my gosh. I just filmed an entire thing. It didn't even record. I didn't even press record. My bad. Anyways, so here's the book. It was okay. So I would say 3.5 to 4 stars because it has a good storyline and I wanted to finish it to kind of see how her life went and the reason why she wanted that writer to like interview her and write her book. So yeah, basically like as a summary of the book, it's this famous person named Evelyn Hugo asking this one writer, I said this earlier too, that like to write her book, write her a book about her life because like she wanted the truth to be known and she wouldn't tell this girl why she wanted her and nobody else to help her write the book. So at the very end of the book we find out why, and I was not expecting it. Like the whole book you kind of grow into kind of liking Evelyn a little bit. So at the very end everything changes. I'm not going to spoil it in case you read it, but I think if I said this earlier I'm going to say it again, but I do like how like each section is laid out. So basically you have like sections between each husband so you kind of can tell where the story's going. Like this one, we have like the clever Rex North. And each little, like this one says clever, another one says it's like each characteristic or whatever. So it was interesting. I'm not 100% on how Taylor Swift, I guess, what songs were inspired by that book. Oh my gosh, I keep saying song. But it could be like Folklore, Evermore, maybe Reputation. I don't know, because like she has a lot of husbands, obviously, and like she's like looking for love, like she has love, but like it's weird. It's really weird. Like maybe like this beginning part of the book, that's when the weird thing happened, and I was just, when I picked up this book, I did not see that happening. But that's okay. So the next book is either The Chelsea Girls, which is supposed to be like the tortured poets department kind of vibes. The next one, doing lover vibes, is Do I Know You? And Fearless is The Summer I Turned Pretty. And then that's all I have written down on my little handy dandy sticky note. Oh my gosh. My chair just broke. Oh my gosh. Ah! Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to Half Price Books or Target because I can't go to Barnes & Noble because it's so expensive and they're gonna be closed by the time I get there. Fix my chair, and I will get back to y'all with the book I read that is not this one. Yes, I got more books than I probably should have. A quick book haul. Okay. So I did use my gift card and turns out I did not have $20. I had $4, so I paid a little extra. So first book I got is If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan, and I don't know, I've just seen good reviews about this book and the second one, so I'm excited to read it. And then I have Nothing More to Tell. I got this at Half Price Books. I was looking for 5 Survive or One of Us Is Lying, but they didn't have it. So I figured I would try this. So it's like different. It's kind of like, you know, murder, mystery, death kind of thing. So that's different genre. Those two obviously are different. And what I'm excited for is Bright Young Woman. And it's about like a sorority and like a murder that has to do with it. Some kind of murderers like out to get them. So that seems interesting too. So I got it 30% off at Target. Love the deals. And then this is the book for this video that like Taylor Swift was inspired by. The Summer I Turned Pretty, and yes, I did watch the show and I really liked it, so why not read the book? So I feel like this would be a lot easier to read than the other one was, and I know for a fact there's something weird in it, so this should be good. Time to start the book, and this is a weird angle, but we're just gonna pretend like it's natural. Expected. I finished the book in 2 days. So, oh wait, also, I don't know if I showed her on my bookshelf. It's a little messy, but here she is. I brought her in from the other room when I decided to rearrange my room. But like, I wish the books were able to stand up here and like on the other shelves, but this is where we're at. I have a lot more books than this. I just don't know where they are. So, that's what we're working with. Here's the book, Summer Turned Pretty. It is very good. I liked it. I know some people, I was looking at my Goodreads and one of my friends rated it 3 stars. But like, I don't know. I found like it was really easy to read and it was very like happy. Like there was not any weird stuff going on. Like maybe the most they did was kiss. That's fine. I don't care. So I liked it. I thought it was really easy to read, obviously. It's only a little over 200 pages. 276. So it's not that hard to read. I would give it probably for 5 stars because I enjoyed reading it. And I've already seen the first season and I haven't seen the second season. But I like it a lot. So I would definitely recommend it if you're like looking for an easy read to get you out of a slump. Or like you're kind of craving some rom-com-y kind of thing. So there's that. And along the lines of Taylor Swift, I guess I could see it kind of like lovery because she's like in love with Conrad and stuff. I mean, I'm guessing you know what the book's about because it's really popular. So yeah, and this is gonna sound really dumb, but like I didn't realize she's the same author that did like To All the Boys I Loved before. And like, I'm really out of breath. I'm gonna read another one of Taylor Swift's books, like she was inspired by. So that's probably the end of this video. So let me get to my bookies. So these are the 2 that I read, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and The Summer I Turned Pretty. I definitely recommend this one over this one, but they're definitely totally different reads too. They obviously both have love in them, and they're kind of like a love triangle in this one, which I love a good love triangle. Who doesn't? So so we'll see. If there's any other book videos, ideas I have, I might do them. I got a lot of new books. So let me just show what I'm gonna read. I took the sleeve off. I'm gonna read this next. Bright Young Woman. I don't know. It says that it's about like, it's a lot of words. But I read the first sentence and it was like something had to do with like murder. Kind of like a murder mystery. And she's like in a sorority and serial killer vibes. You know, I'm here for that. And yeah. So there's that. I will see y'all in the next video and I hope you enjoyed this one. And don't forget to do all the things. Goodbye. Meow.